For every wet dream, there is always a crust to come nightmare. For me and you, it's probably falling and waking up as if someone jammed a ruler into your back, but for the Marvel heroes, it's the Green Goblin wielding the Infinity Gauntlet. But for someone so smart like Norman Osborn, he really does, pun intended, let the power get to his head. Because he has a brain the size of a grain of sand as a result of the thing that he did, which was so foolish in the What If Infinity Dark Reign comic. What if Green Goblin wielded the Infinity Gauntlet? We're taken to a small flashback where we see a young Norman Osborn and Osborn's father being extremely anal and disrespectful towards his son. It's as if he found out his fucking baseball cards got dipped in gravy or the lemonade was swapped with piss. That's how bad this father-son relationship was, until all of a sudden, Daddy Osborn was taken to the future in the middle of an Avengers conflict, where he meets Captain America and Mr. Waves himself, his son, Norman Osborn, with the Infinity Gauntlet. Alongside his Bubble Guppy squad, he calls the Dark Avengers. Norman Osborn is in shock, but he should be in even more shock because Norman caused a huge explosion, the equivalent to a Godzilla fart, that killed every Marvel hero and villain that wasn't a Dark Avenger. And immediately after, Norman decided to snap his fingers and take himself and Daddy Osborn to a void to explain this whole situation. Apparently, in this world, Norman is the ruler of the world, and runs this bitch like me when I play Mario in Super Smash Bros. I dominate and I always deserve respect. But anyways, you may be wondering, how did this wealthy troglodyte get his hands on this glorified boxing glove in the first place? Well, after looking into some secret files, he discovered the existence of the Infinity Gauntlet, so he assembled his own squad of superpowered individuals to help him get the stones and make his own galaxy fingerer with the stones that he has now, and become the Goblin King, who looks like someone who's too poor for steroids, so he injected himself with cement because he thought it would make him stronger. But moving forward, he used this power for very sadistic and savage things. He got rid of the world's heroes, he gets to see Gwen Stacy die over and over. He has truly become insane with this power. It's like a gamer who just found out what a headset is, and is just spewing out shit and abusing their power for a smile on their face. Daddy Osborn continues to insult Norman, and that he was frustrated that he's become a tyrant, until Norman snaps his fingers, and just like that, Daddy Osborn becomes a loving father for once in his life. And it was at this moment, Norman Osborn starts fucking up heavily. He really ripped his dick off and fucked himself in the ass in this story. Norman Osborn wants to show his dad more stuff, but he finds his Dark Avengers killed by none other than Josh Brolin himself, who demands Norman for the gauntlet back. He told him that this power that he's wielding, he's doing it for love. Love that he knows he never got, and whatever he's getting now is artificial. More artificial than packeted ramen. Essentially, all Norman wants with this new power is love. But Goblin bazooka blasted this chuckle nut and kills the mighty Thanos just like that, and says that all he wants from this gauntlet is not love, it's power. And after Daddy Osborn shows his affection to Norman, Norman has had enough of it and shows no appreciation towards him and fucking extinguishes his daddy to the Shadow Realm, basically banning him from the face of the earth. A ban more severe, it makes TikTok's ban seem reasonable. Reason being is because not only was Osborn killing his dad unreasonable, but it was downright idiotic. This vapid, doltish, fucking cretinious asshole not only killed his papi, but as a result of his death, Norman is never born, thus unintentionally killing himself with the Infinity Gauntlet floating in a humanless universe. And yeah, that's about it. Subscribe and I'll see you later.